How did you feel when you seen Megan go live and pretty much confirm what people were kind of thinking about Tory shooting at her?
And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying. Stop lying.
So, you know, after she came out, after she posted that she stepped on glass, and then she posted her foot, and a lot of people in the comments were saying it didn't look like a gunshot, and when she said that she was shot, when she went live to say that the only reason why she was naming Tory was because of what people, like, what the internet was saying, and I'm just like, I haven't seen anything. Like, she said that it was all these blog posts, but I always ask people, I'm like, pull the receipt. Like, there's always a receipt, a screenshot, or something on the internet. Why can nobody show these blog posts that Tory's PR team supposedly made? So I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. She's saying that Tory shot her, but she's only naming him because of him. So at that point, it didn't sound right to me. And just using my criminal justice degree, one of my classes, we had to do interviewing skills, and one of the things they teach you is body language and how to determine if someone's lying. What I noticed in the live, that when she had the hoodie with the, I think it was like bluish green hair, she couldn't make eye contact with the camera. She was all over the place, and she kept talking in a high-pitched voice. I was like, she's lying. Instantly, I was like, she's not telling the truth. I was like, her story sounds made up. So from that moment, I still was supporting her as a fan, but I'm just like, she's not telling the truth. But then as it started getting deeper, and you know, Tory's now behind bars, like, I really became really invested into the case, because again, my passion is criminal justice, and I feel like, you know, I am a black woman, and you know, they have the whole protect black women thing, but I do not feel that protecting black women should stop the protection of black men. So it's like, to me, is protect black people, period. So
I like that answer. So let me So Meg goes live. She confirms Tory shot at her or shoots her. Then we see,
and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name is are not true.
Tory goes live how many days? Was it a week after? Or?
No. So Tory didn't speak until October. He literally, yeah, he said nothing. That's why I'm still like confused on what.
Tory's silence was kind of coming across as an admission of guilt, even though he wasn't saying anything, because if we being honest, if somebody's accusing me of shooting at them, you need to come out and clear your name ASAP.
Yeah, and that is a thing that a lot of people kind of can't understand. Like, if somebody's lying on you, it is okay for you to defend yourself. Because I know we have this no snitch culture, and I kind of feel like that might be what Tory is following. You know, I'm not him, not inside his head, but that's the only thing that can kind of make sense to me. But the other thing that kind of makes sense is he's protecting somebody that he cares about. So, and I'm like, that person is Megan, because if you listen to his album Daystar, he makes it very clear.
Crazy album. Crazy
amazing album. And if it wasn't for this situation, I really feel like that is a Grammy-worthy album. Like, it was flawless, and he did it really quick. Like, he wrote it quick, and I was like, this is raw emotion. And that also was another pivotal point for me of like, he's telling the truth. Like, I just have good discernment. I could tell Megan was not being honest about something, and just from listening to Daystar, I was like, this is crazy raw emotion. I was like, you can't fake this. Like, he's telling the truth. So I'm like, well, why won't he just come out and say what happened? Because if you have a victim, and I use that word loosely, but if you have a victim that is accusing you of something, you can't just say I didn't do it without saying who did. So I think that's where a lot of people is having that, you know, that issue. But, you know, when he went live, he questioned her story. You know, how'd you get shot in both feet, didn't hit no bones and tendons? And I think that was a very valid question. I've never been shot before, but I do know that in your foot, it has the most, like, smallest bones and tendons. So it's just like, it just wasn't making sense to me.
When Tory goes live, I'm gonna give you the God honest truth. It didn't do enough for me to be like, oh, he didn't do it, because I feel like it's something else it was missing in that interview. I felt like it was a lot of things he was dancing around. Like you said, it could have just been, you can't say I didn't do it without saying who did, and Tory ain't want to throw nobody under the bus.
Yeah.
So Tory goes live, his album comes out. Tory pretty much got a lot of, not even cryptic lyrics, straight to the point lyrics, just kind of letting you know what the situation is. Is there anything in particular that stood out on this album that he might have said?
Yes. He said that even yourself, you know, you don't know what happened. Like you don't know what happened. So that lets me know that she was literally drunk out her ass, blackout drunk. He also said, don't know the story, so you make one. And I was like, that makes sense, because as she was talking on her live, she sounded like somebody, like a little kid who was trying to lie to their parent from getting in trouble. Like her story was like, you're making this up on the whim almost, or somebody is trying to feed you some type of information so you can piece together all these little memories you have. And he also, you know, talked about how, you know, he still cares about Megan. But he said the joke's on him, you know. He never thought that somebody that he loves so much can make him sick to his stomach. So that
be the ones to do it.
Yeah, so that to me spoke to he really feels betrayed. So those are some of the things that definitely stood out. But again, the album is phenomenal. In the song in particular, Queen and Slim, that's the song that we actually really get more into kind of understanding what happened from that transition from Kylie's house to getting into the car, because that's where everything went left. So he even said, you know, I would have left had I known you was tripping, on the simple fact that you invited me. So as a woman, I can understand why Megan would have been upset. You invite this guy out that you know you got relations with, and he in the pool flirting with, you know, with Kylie. So he even admits that he was flirting with Kylie, and he does like a voice. It's not her voice, but it's like a reenactment. Megan saying, "Motherfucker, bitch, you got me fucked up." So that seems very fitting that she would be cussing him out at that moment, which to me speaks to her state of mind at that time. So I would say that she was angry, but you know, she said something different on Gayle King, but we can get into that.
So we have Meg's live, we have Tory's live, then we have Tory's album. Slack time.
All right, so this is messages for the Uptown Allies and the Tea Party. It is Slack time. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell.
#UPTAF. Let's get it.